Hello Dub Nation, it's always a thrill to connect with you, especially as we're about to reveal the latest news that could shape the fate of our beloved Golden State Warriors. But before we dive into this whirlwind of information, let me make a friendly request. Show us some love by clicking the like button to strengthen our bond, and hey, if you are not subscribed yet, join our channel for a thrilling and emotional journey. Don't forget to turn on notifications to stay ahead of the game. Given the current team, the Lakers veteran critiques the Warriors' proposal for LeBron? With each possessing one of the greatest players of all time, the Golden State Warriors and the Los Angeles Lakers have often been ranked together as two of the most disappointing teams this season. At the very least, the Lakers can secure a playoff spot, while the Warriors finished 10th in the Western Conference and were defeated in the opening play-in game against the Sacramento Kings. Could Draymond Green's recent criticisms of the Los Angeles Lakers be a subtle proposal for LeBron James to join him at the Golden State Warriors? The early exit of Golden State gave Draymond Green the opportunity to add his analysis to the playoffs, with the veteran forward accessing his podcast to give his opinion on the current first-round series. Despite Saturday's 119-108 win in Game 4 against the Denver Nuggets, the Lakers seem to be heading towards joining the Warriors backstage, while facing a 3-1 deficit. With superstar LeBron James on track for an early playoff exit, Green addressed the question of whether the 39-year-old will win a fifth championship before his career ends. With this current Lakers team, I don't think so. I think it's going to be tough. LeBron James winning a championship at the level he's playing? Definitely. But I think some things need to be restructured and resolved, and not with this current team. I don't think it's possible, but I don't think it's impossible for LeBron to win another championship. Draymond Green. Were Green's criticisms of the current Lakers team an indication that he believes LeBron's best chance for another championship is elsewhere? Superficially, it's simply a direct and truthful assessment of where Los Angeles stands, but it also requires some context, given what has happened in recent months. We can't forget that Golden State made an ultra-secret offer for James before the mid-season trade deadline in February, although it was emphatically rejected by both his management and the Lakers. Still, one of the main drivers of the move was none other than Green, who reportedly sent a message to Rich Paul, his and James's agent, to help convince the four-time All-Star to join him at the Warriors. James has a player option of $51.4 million for the next season, with the possibility of opting to become an unrestricted free agent. Golden State wouldn't be able to offer financial incentives to lure James to the Bay Area, but that likely won't stop Green from pursuing the idea again when the Lakers are officially eliminated. The Warriors' top 3 trade targets in the 2024 NBA offseason. The Warriors need to make a big impact this offseason. The Golden State Warriors were eliminated from the 2024 play-in tournament after suffering a defeat to the Sacramento Kings. Crazy things can happen in the play-in tournament, but it's still a shocking fall from grace for a team that won the NBA Finals less than 2 years ago. It's also demoralizing for an old dynasty that seems to be on the brink. Steph Curry is still Steph Curry, but Klay Thompson is a shadow of his former self, and Draymond Green has also passed his prime. The Warriors could blow it all up and start a rebuild, but it would be much more intriguing if they decided to push all their chips to the middle of the table and make one more finals run with their superstar point guard leading the charge. Let's take a closer look at 3 players the Warriors could target in the trade market to bolster their roster this offseason. Kevin Durant. Could this really happen, right? There's no way. If the Phoenix Suns falter in this postseason and their championship run ends unceremoniously, it's possible that the Slim Reaper will start looking for a way out of his current situation. If Durant wants out of Phoenix, he might remember the success he had playing with Curry in the Bay Area. Curry and Durant led the Warriors to 2 championships in 3 seasons, only missing out on a third because the latter got injured during the 2019 playoffs. Their respective styles meshed perfectly, and that was proven in the past. Yes, Curry and Durant are a few years older than the last time they teamed up. However, they remain among the league's elite offensive players and would undoubtedly be the best team in the league on that end of the floor if they played together again. Durant would likely sort things out quickly with his former team, quickly propelling the Warriors back into contention. The tricky part would be figuring out a deal that the Suns would accept. Jonathan Kuminga has emerged as an explosive scorer and finisher this season, but there's still debate about his ceiling. If the Suns believe Kuminga is on an undeniable all-star trajectory, he could be a candidate to headline a deal along with other players and numerous draft picks. So far, the Warriors seem to have tried to do both things, delicately balancing the pursuit of a championship in the present with building the next generation of their team. Trading for Durant would shake that up and send a clear signal that Golden State is all in for one more ring before Curry hangs up his sneakers. If they can put together a package that's acceptable to Phoenix, a rejuvenated Warriors team, with Curry and Durant leading the way, could be the favorites to come out of the West next year. Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Every team could use a player like Alexander Walker, and the Warriors are no exception. NAW, as he's also known, is an elite defender with the ability to consistently knock down open shots. Curry may be the greatest shooter ever, but he's well below average as a defender at this stage of his career, despite his day-to-day efforts. Curry simply lacks the size and strength to consistently slow down opposing players. When he was younger and healthier, Thompson fit perfectly not only because of his shooting but also because of his elite defensive ability. NAW isn't Klay Thompson, just to be clear. Very few players in the league will come close to matching Thompson's two-way prowess. But Alexander Walker is the exact type of low-usage offensive player who can fill any necessary role, and he's also an elite defender at multiple perimeter positions. His addition would bring the necessary versatility to the Golden State roster and alleviate pressure on Curry on that end of the floor. When DeAndre Ayton was first overall pick in the 2018 draft, expectations around him were extraordinarily high. Ayton was projected by many analysts to be the next superstar center in the NBA. His career hasn't gone according to plan, but Ayton has shown flashes of brilliance. He's an excellent rebounder who can consistently score between 15 and 20 points per night. He can also occasionally explode for 30 or more points. Most importantly, Ayton's playing style meshes extremely well with Curry. The former Suns big man makes his money in the paint. Ayton isn't a shooter and is unlikely to ever be one. However, he's elite at rolling to the rim and using his body to isolate defenders. Golden State has never had an interior scoring presence like Ayton during the Curry era. Between the two players, the Warriors would have a dominant inside-out game that stretches the defense in opposite directions. Curry drawing attention 35 feet away from the basket and firing a pass to Ayton in the low block is just picturesque basketball. Draymond Green criticizes Anthony Davis for throwing Darvin Ham under the bus. Anthony Davis raised some eyebrows when he questioned Darvin Ham's coaching after the Lakers' loss in Game 2 to the Nuggets last Monday. Davis said that his team goes through moments where we don't know what we're doing on both ends of the floor. In response, Ham agreed to disagree with the star, emphasizing that his coaching staff takes pride in being highly efficient and organized, whether it's in practices, shoot-arounds, film sessions, or games. Following the back-and-forth between the two, NBA TV's Jared Greenberg reported that people within the Lakers organization were upset and disappointed with Davis's comments. Now, Warriors star Draymond Green has also come to Ham's defense. "I was really disappointed with AD's statement after the game," Green said on The Draymond Green Show on Friday. "I've got a lot of love and respect for AD, but I was disappointed in his comments because, first and foremost, Darvin Ham was a player, and Darvin Ham is a black man. I didn't like that, didn't respect it. I might be a little biased because Darvin Ham was my OG from Saginaw, Michigan, but I'm really disappointed in AD." Green believes that Ham's coaching staff put Davis and the Lakers in the right positions to secure a 20-point lead in Game 2, only for the players to squander the advantage. As such, he feels that Davis should take responsibility for the loss instead of playing the blame game. By the way, the Lakers held double-digit leads in the first 3 games against the Nuggets and yet find themselves in a 3-0 hole and on the brink of elimination. Game 4 will tip off on Saturday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time.